Welcome back, family, to Speak. Now, look, last night's game got wild, which had me thinking about the rest of this crazy Sunday schedule. I'm going to put 100 seconds on the clock. I'm going through the entirety of this weekend's games, and I'm going to tell you who's going to win each one. 100 seconds on the clock. Please, runners, take your marks. Get set. Let's get it popping. We got the Browns and the Jets. Keep in mind, the Jets had a bad loss last week. Browns, good win. Browns going to win again. Detroit Lions and the Commanders. Lions lost to the Eagles last week. The Lions are going to beat the NFC East opponent this time around. Lions win. Bucks, Saints, Tom Brady, 0-4 versus the Saints. That changes on Sunday. Bucks win. How about the Panthers and the Giants? Will Baker Mayfield get revenge? No, he will not. Giants win. Moving it on. Patriots, Steelers. I can't wait for this matchup. However, Tom Brady, nope, he's gone. Mac Jones going to get himself a dub. Patriots win. Colts, Jags. Gonna be an ugly game. Colts had an ugly last game. Colts make up for that. Colts win. This is my game. This is my game. This is my game. Dolphins, Ravens, you know who I got. Unfortunately, I got the Ravens. Ravens win. Rams, they're going to get it done. They're going to beat the Falcons. That'll be easy. Keeping it pushing. We got the Niners and we got the Seahawks. Trey Lance, it's going to rain. Hopefully not in the club this time, but on the football field, it will. Trey Lance, they'll get it done. Cowboys, Bengals. Sorry, Cowboys fans. Bengals going to win. How about the Broncos and the Texans? Russell Wilson, get yourself a dub. Broncos gonna win. Raiders, Cardinals. This one's a little spicy. Both the teams lost last week. Raiders gonna find a way to get it done. Bears, Packers. Aaron Rodgers says he owns the Bears. He does. Packers win. Titans, Bills. Last year, remember how close this game was. It's going to be a blowout. Bills going away. And the Eagles versus the Vikings. Y'all know what time it is, baby. Fly. Eagles, fly. Eagles get it done. However, Vikings going to stay close. That's the 100-second sprint, and now I'm officially out of breath. Anyway, moving over to the show, because for me, some of the most exciting games of the week, Shady, Trey Lance, Seahawks. Trey Lance has to win the game because he lost last week against the Bears. The Bears, not a good team. Seahawks, allegedly, not a great team. Is Trey Lance already on the hot seat?
No, it's one game, brother. I think you give him to about week 5 to see what happens. There was a lot of rain, bad weather. I think this game will be a lot better for him, more comfortable. They should win this game easily.
But if you are a veteran in that locker room and you lose again to the Seahawks after losing to the Bears, Bears one of the worst teams in the league, Seahawks supposed to be one of the worst teams in the league. If you start 0-2 because Trey Lance is your quarterback, are you not a little frustrated?
That doesn't matter to me, right? Because it's the franchise quarterback. They trade 3 first-round picks for him, so it doesn't matter what I think, matter what you think, but it matters what the coach thinks and the owners.
Talk to me.
No, Trey Lance is not already on the hot seat after one game. Also, you mentioned the Seahawks and the Bears. They both won week 1. So we can say whatever we want about how bad they're supposed to be. They both started the season with wins. So if they lose this game, then maybe the Seahawks are better than we thought they were. Trey Lance is not going to come into the league after his 3rd start and blow the doors off. That's not what happens. I have an interesting stat I want to give you. Josh Allen, he's pretty good, right?
He's pretty good.
He's pretty
Now
good.
he is.
Now he is.
Thank you for saying that, Emmanuel.
He is.
Now he's good.
He is.
Josh Allen did not start off well. You know who he started off exactly like? Trey Lance. In fact, he had fewer rushing yards through his first career starts than Trey Lance. Trey Lance has 174. Josh Allen had 90. They are literally identical through their first 3 stats. Now imagine what world we'll be living had the Buffalo Bills discussed benching Josh Allen or thinking that he was on the hot seat 3 starts in. Now, I certainly thought that way, which is why I don't feel this way about Trey Lance. Also, if he's on the hot seat, then that means that Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch are ready to admit that they blew 3 first-round picks, which I don't think they're doing anytime soon.
I mean, you might be right, but the Bills have a Super Bowl-ready roster when Josh Allen was doing that?
No, we did not. I was there. We did not have that.
There. I hate to follow Acho on this line of thinking. And I'm right now, no. Check in with me on Sunday night. I want to see how this game goes. They're heavily favored to win this game. If he struggles and they start 0-2, I'm not saying he gets replaced week 3, but yes, this conversation gets louder if they fall to 0-2.
Here's my thing. Joy, your excuse and really all 3 of you all's excuse for Trey Lance losing week 1 was it was week 1 and it was in the rain. And not just the rain, a monsoon. My brother was at the game in Chicago. If you lose again in week 2 and it's not a monsoon, your excuses have to change. But sooner or later, you're going to run out of excuses for Trey Lance, and you're just going to have to admit maybe he's not that good. That's
4 starts in the NFL? No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. 4 starts in, I'm not going to do that. If you don't want to go through the growing pains with a young quarterback, don't draft a quarterback because they're going to be what? Young.
But the issue
Every team doesn't have to do this. You keep bringing up the veterans and what the veterans might feel or having a Super Bowl ready roster. There are teams that are in that situation. What's a team? The Broncos. Did they go draft a rookie quarterback? How'd it go? Badly. Then what did they do? They went out and got who?
Russell
Wilson.
Yes.
What did the Buccaneers do? Did they draft a rookie quarterback? No. They went and got who?
Tom Brady.
What did the Rams do? They had a Super Bowl ready roster.
Matthew
They just
Stafford,
won one.
but where are you going with this?
They draft a rookie quarterback? No.
they
You
didn't.
don't have to draft a rookie quarterback. If you have a Super Bowl ready team right now, you should be in the market for a veteran that you think will take you over the edge. If you want to draft a rookie quarterback, you're going to have to take some lumps and bruises.
But
and
remember,
certainly 4 games in.
Remember a year ago, the 49ers were in the market allegedly for Aaron Rodgers. This was when Aaron Rodgers was threatening retirement. This was when Aaron Rodgers wanted out. We all know Aaron Rodgers, super familiar with the 49ers. They drafted Alex Smith notoriously before drafting Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, I don't know if he's from the Bay, but he did go to Cal Berkeley. So the Niners were in the market for a quarterback. I'm just wondering, Joy, at what point, and obviously 4 games for you was too soon, but at what point do you admit maybe we made a mistake? Like the Packers with Jordan Love, they were just kind of admitted, like, you know what? We messed this up. They didn't get rid of Aaron Rodgers, not comparing Aaron Rodgers to Jimmy G, but the Packers didn't say, well, we traded up to draft Jordan Love, so sorry, Aaron Rodgers, you got to go. They were just like, you know what? We messed this up, but we're not going to keep messing it up.
Keep messing it up how? Jordan Love's still on that roster.
But he's not starting.
Why would he be starting over Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
I didn't think that was a good pick or a good idea in that situation. But if you take a rookie quarterback, he's got to play for the whole season to see what he is. You can't go 4 games in. The only reason we're even having this conversation is because Jimmy Garoppolo is there. A guy
Trey Lance is bad to me. That's why I'm having it. If Trey would have beat the Bears,
But
I'm
if
not
Jimmy
betting for
Garoppolo wasn't on the roster, would you be saying that they need to go out and get another quarterback?
No. So they're both reasons.
So the point is that the only reason that we're even entertaining this is because Jimmy Garoppolo, a guy who did not win a Super Bowl with this team, by the way, but the exact same roster, won some regular season games and some playoff games and didn't get it done, did not win a chip. That's why he's the backup quarterback now, not to mention the fact that he missed 25 games due to injury while he was there, so completely unreliable. That's why we're having this conversation. That's why Jimmy G shouldn't be on this roster.
Moving on to Aaron Rodgers, who we were just speaking of, the Packers, they did not look good last week. We all saw it. We all heard about it. We saw the highlights. But the Packers have the Bears this coming week. Now, the Packers have an incredibly young receiving core. How big is this game? Dave, do you expect to see vintage Aaron Rodgers or a struggling Aaron Rodgers?
I'm going vintage. It's the Bears, man. He owns the Bears. He told us that last year. He's 22-5.
Something like
I think they get out. I think they're going to get Allen Lazard back. He's practicing this week, so receiver core should have some help. It's at Lambeau. Yeah, I'm going.
Joy, vintage or
Rodgers.
struggling?
Yeah, we're going to go vintage. He does own the Bears. 22-5 all-time record against the Bears and 12-2 at home. He broke his collarbone in the opening drive of one of those losses at home. So
So it's even better than you would think.
That's an easy one right there, vintage.
Vintage.
A lot of double check, belt double check, a lot of that.
Okay, let's move on to what I think is the most exciting game of the weekend for a very hidden reason. The Miami Dolphins are taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Both teams are 1-0. We don't know a ton about both teams, but we have high hopes for both teams. The Ravens beat the Jets last week. Can't really read into that. The Dolphins beat the Patriots last week. You can kind of read into that, but now they are facing each other. Dave, for me, this game has huge implications because last year in the AFC, 7 teams were decided by 1 game for those final 3 and 4 playoff spots. What are the implications of this game to you?
I just think it's a big opportunity. And I know the Ravens didn't make the playoffs last year, but we would all agree that was more because of an injury than anything.
All day.
This is an AFC contender. This is a team we expect to contend to win its division. They have an MVP quarterback. They've been to the playoffs 3 out of Lamar's 4 years as the starter. So if the Dolphins can get a win on the road against a team like that, I'm not saying it makes them a Super Bowl contender, but it opens my eyes to how good they might actually be. If they can get this win, I say, okay, Dolphins, damn, let's talk about it.
Why wouldn't you go as far as to say the Dolphins would be a Super Bowl contender since you already know they're in the playoffs? They could beat a team that's a Super Bowl contender.
We watched the game together last night. You saw those 2 teams. You saw that one, and I'll even give the Chiefs credit. It's a stacked conference.
Levels.
It's the AFC.
It's levels.
So I'm not ready to put them on that level, but this would be an impressive win to me.
Joy, what are the implications of this one?
I think it would be a more impressive win for Miami than for the Ravens. But this game, to me, I don't think if it's an evenly matched game and the Ravens win, I'm not going to feel badly about the Dolphins and vice versa. So it doesn't really move me. I get what you're saying about the playoff implications later on in the season, but we really won't know right now. I'm not going to walk away with panic on either side of this, depending on how the game goes. Now, if it ends up being a blowout, maybe we're having a different conversation. But assuming this is a competitive game, either way it goes, I'm not going to be too overly emotional about it.
I think the Ravens gain more with this win, right? I look at Lamar Jackson going through everything he went to with the contracts, and now if you get this win right here, it's like he's laser focused right now. Like everything he talks about, no contract, all about the Dolphins, all about the Jets. Like with this win, he's moving forward with that type of attitude. I think they gain more, man, as an organization, as a team.
Unsung story of this game. Really, every time Lamar Jackson takes the field, he's taking the field for a whole lot of money and with a whole lot of money on the line. Speaking of money, we got to get to today's Fox Bet Super 6 because every week you have a chance, a free chance to win Terry Bradshaw's money. This week, you could take home $100,000. It is time to make our picks for one of the 6 matchups because Bucks Saints. One of the 6 matchups, that is Bucks Saints. Download the app now and play with us. Y'all already know who I'm going with. I said the Bucks. But, Dave, where you at on this one?
I mean, I know he beat him in the playoffs, but the Saints have had Tom Brady's number. I think he's going to change that. I think they win by 3.
I also have Bucks by 3.
Y'all share notes again?
No?
No?
Because she copied off you. Joy copied off you last time, right?
I'm going with 7. Oh, yeah, she cheated, yeah.
Not cheating.
I got you this
My
this
stuff
week.
was, no.
Unbelievable.
My picks were in the garbage before you even filled yours out.
Oh, you can cheat off me.
You got Saints by 7, Bucks by 7.
Bucks.
Bucks by 7. Oh, Fox Bet Super 6 has given away more than $6.5 million to over 80,000 winners, and there are guaranteed winners every week.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.